What is going on, guys? It is Constable Chan back with another video. Hope you're having a great day. Today we're doing a Madden 17 rebuild of the Washington Redskins. This is actually take two. I was doing this last night. I was live streaming on Twitch. I'm on Twitch again right now. Twitch TV. It's just Constable Chan TV on Twitch. And I was just entering year 3, and then I realized that my mic wasn't even on, so it was basically just me flapping my mouth, and you couldn't even hear anything. So I was pretty pissed off about that. So we're going to be doing it again today. I kind of want to be trading for the same players. I kind of not sure exactly the exact trades I did, but I know for the most part the players that I drafted. So we will be doing that. So let's take a look at their team here. Kirk Cousins. I kind of like Kirk Cousins. He's 28 years old though. Not our long-term answer at quarterback. Matt Jones, he has quick development. He'll be sticking around. I traded for Ezekiel Elliott last night. I'll probably be doing that again because he developed pretty nicely to a 90 overall after the end of year 2. So I'd like to bring that back. Deshaun Jackson, I like Deshaun Jackson. But, unfortunately a lot of these players that I grew up liking are getting up there in age, which sucks, but it is what it is. So Deshaun Jackson probably going to get traded. Jameson Crowder, 76. He's a speedster out of Duke. Pierre Garçon. I heard this guy talks a lot of shit in the field, so I'm going to trade him. And he's not very good anyway. Well, he's pretty good, but he's going to get traded. Jordan Reed at tight end. Very good player. Athletic out of Florida. I like him a lot. As for the O-line, Trent Williams, I think he's 28 or something like that. So probably going to trade him away even though he's 93 overall. I don't know if that's a good idea. I might actually keep him. I traded him last night for, I got a piece of paper here, I wrote it down. I think I traded him for Shazier and David DeCastro. So got a younger offensive guard and Shazier, who I always get. This guy's going to get traded too. I think I traded John Sullivan as well. He came over from Minnesota, I believe. And the right side of their offense is offensive line is has some youth to it, so that's pretty good. Take a look at defense here. Baker, I got rid of last night. There was some interest in this defensive tackle. I think he's a rookie or something at a Temple. I don't like players that don't have a face to them. Blank face, so he's going to get traded. I don't know. Ziggy Hood, I think I stayed. There was no trade value in these two guys. Josh Norman I kept. Same with Breland, I think. Ryan Kerrigan I traded away. Same with Junior Gillette. Mason Foster, I believe, too. Same with Compton, middle linebacker. I think I even traded away Cravens, their rookie. Preston Smith I kept. Trent Murphy I traded. Might have traded D'Angelo Hall. I think I kept Will Blackman. Anacho and Burton are probably going to be getting traded as well. So I'm going to be bringing in kind of the same players I did last night for the most part. I don't know. I might keep Trent Williams though. He's 28. We'll be doing this probably for 3 years, so he'll be 31 at the end of it. And he's getting paid quite a bit of money, I imagine. So I don't know. I'll save this trade near the end, and I'll have to make up my mind. So we're probably going to kick off the first trade here, trading Kirk Cousins to Cleveland for some first-rounders that they got, and we'll pick it up there. So like I said, I went to Cleveland to pick up some first-rounders from them. Kirk Cousins, they need a quarterback bad. I also gave him Baker, a right end, and this year's fourth-rounder. And in the end, I got their first rounder for this year, projected first overall, and their first rounder the next year, which is also projected first overall. Got more first rounders. I went to Tennessee, got their first rounder projected second overall for this year, and next year as well, projected second overall. Traded Deshaun Jackson. Had to throw in a third and a fourth this year, but whatever. So we're going to be stockpiling these first rounders. For this trade, I traded Trent Murphy, Greg Toller, a cornerback, and a sixth rounder this year for Buchanan. I trade for him a lot. 79 overall middle linebacker. I'm going to be moving him to strong safety, and that'll boost his overall up to a 90 overall, so I'll be looking nice back there. Alright guys, with this trade I traded Pierre Garçon, John Sullivan, a veteran center, and this year's 5th round pick for Kyle Fuller, cornerback from Chicago. I was told by Brandon Doskowski, was in the chat last night when I was streaming on Twitch. He said move him to free safety or strong safety, whatever, and he'll go up to like an 85. So I did that, and it worked. So I'm going to be doing it again. He's a young player, 24 years old. So him and Buchanan in the secondary is going to be pretty nice. With the trade, I traded for potential superstar in the future, CJ Mosley, 84 overall. He already is a very good linebacker, but he'll be getting in the high 90s, I believe, in a couple years. So I traded a left guard that he was 28 years old. He's only 77. Compton, middle linebacker, and a second next year to acquire the services of CJ Mosley. With this, I traded the veteran tight end Davis and Cravens. I know he's a rookie, but he's 73, and I'm planning on getting another middle linebacker, so he won't really get that much playing time. Also traded a 6th this year. Sent that to San Francisco, got their 1st rounder, which is projected 3rd overall. With this, I traded from Jack Muhort. I usually can get him for a pretty good price in this game, so I traded Burton, a strong safety, away. This year's 7th rounder and next year's 6th rounder, so that's a pretty good price. I think I did this same trade last night. I traded Junior Collette and Ryan Kerrigan and a 1st rounder, so that's a big price to pay, but I also get Ezekiel Elliott, who is going to be a next Adrian Peterson. He's just a straight monster. 81 overall. I got him to a 90 just after 2 years yesterday, so kind of want to try that out again. So this trade, I traded 2 of my defensive tackles away and a 4th next year for Chicago's 1st rounder this year, projected 6th, so it's going to be a pretty high 1st rounder. With that, I traded my strong safety, Anacho, and Niles Paul, tight end, and a 5th rounder next year for Weston Richburg, center, another offensive lineman you usually could get for a pretty good price, and I usually get him for the most part in every rebuild. With this, I traded D'Angelo Hall, free safety, and my backup center, and next year's 3rd rounder to get myself a good defensive tackle to play in this 3-4. Excuse me, Jonathan Hankins from the Giants, 83 overall, and he's a young player. Also got their 5th rounder for the next draft. This, I traded Mason Foster and 2 cornerbacks that I had for a 1st rounder for next year from the Miami Dolphins. This is a very good deal here. I got long left guard, 72 overall, for Kansas City's next year's 1st round pick. So this is a very good deal. For this trade, I traded Kendall Fuller, 70 overall. He's only 21 years old, but he's only 70 overall. So I traded for a 1st rounder for next year from Chicago, and I could just use that 1st rounder to probably get like a 79 overall corner or something, just to upgrade that spot. So this is the team we're working with for year 1. Colt McCoy is going to be our starter. I actually really like Colt McCoy at quarterback. Ezekiel Elliott, running back. Matt Jones is going to be a good backup. He's got quick development as well. Wide receivers aren't really that good. Jamison Crowder. I picked up Eli Rogers off the Pittsburgh Steelers practice roster, and then you got the rookie Josh Doxson at the other spot. Reed, tight end, 94, so that's good. O-line's actually looking pretty good. I decided not to move Trent Williams. I just couldn't find the right deal that I wanted to, and he's a very good player as well. So I might keep him for a year. I might trade him next year. I might not. I don't know. I just didn't want to trade him just because. Want to wait kind of for the right deal. Defensively, Hankins is holding down the front 3 there. Would like to get better defensive ends to play in this 3-4, but that'll have to wait. Linebacking core, Preston Smith, CJ Mosley, Ray Armstrong, and I picked up the veteran Lamar Woodley from free agency. My safeties are Buchanan, 90 overall, and Kyle Fuller is an 85. Cornerbacks, Josh Norman, 93, and Breland is a 79. I kind of went a different route than what I was doing last night when I was doing this rebuild. I got more draft picks, and I didn't trade for as many good players as I did in year 1 than I did today. So we're going to have more 1st rounders and stuff for the future, and we'll build this team that way. But I'm still going to be doing trades next year, and in year 3 we'll be going all out, so I'll be doing some big trades in year 3. Excuse me. So we're going to sim to the midseason with this Redskin team, and we'll see if we have any re-signings. I got the midseason mark with the Redskins in year 1. We're 3-5. When I did this yesterday in year 1, I was 1-7. So our team's actually better, but it wasn't as good as last night, so I'm not sure what's going on here. Looks like we have to sign Hankins. I saw his face here in re-signings. Jonathan Hankins, Cullen Jenkins, Ziggy Hood. Really, the only person I'm concerned about is Jonathan Hankins. Well, so we want to bring him back. I'm going to just boost it up a little bit. So hopefully he says yes. The contract, okay. He's being a bastard. Okay, we're going to have to go to next week and try to re-sign him. Jonathan Hankins, the offer is perfect. I can't wait till next year, so he's coming back for 4 more years. Here we are in the playoffs, guys, in year 1 with Washington. Let's see how we did. Looks like we went 4-11 and 1 on the year. When I did this last night, I went 1-7, but I kind of turned it around and I went 5-11 at the end of the year, but we were just kind of bad all the way through. So let's take a look at some stats here. See how Colt McCoy did. Colt McCoy, 3,930 yards, 14 touchdowns, 20 interceptions, so not very good. Sacked 32 times. Rushing, Ezekiel Elliott, 1,210 yards, 13 touchdowns. Matt Jones, 468 and 14 touchdowns. Receiving, Jordan Reed, 83 catches, 1,091 yards, 4 touchdowns. Crowder, 863, 2 touchdowns. Eli Rogers, 886 and 3 touchdowns. Pretty good. Take a look at some defensive stats here. CJ Mosley led my team with 153 tackles. Tackles for loss. Jonathan Hankins with 21, so that's good. And quarterback sacks, Ricky Jean-Francois with 13.5. Quarterback interceptions, Josh Norman with 6. So pretty good year from him. Okay, so it's time to do the offseason. So I'm going to skip ahead right now, and we'll get this underway. I don't think I'll have any more important re-signings, so I'm going to do the free agency, and we'll pick it up in the free agency. In the free agency recap, these are the players I signed. I picked up Jason Pierre-Paul. Just a guy in my Twitch chat, he said, get JPP and check if he's missing his fingers. So I thought that was pretty funny. So I'm going to do that, see if he's wearing like a club or something. I really haven't checked yet, so that'll be pretty sweet. So I basically just picked him up for that purpose, and I'll trade him away, because I'm paying him like $6 or $7 million a year. Got Mingo at outside linebacker, Quan Williams cornerback, Schwenke backup center, Sebastian Vollmer, Derek Coleman, Kendrick Ellis, and Zach Kerr. Some other players probably just going to be playing backups on this ball club. So it's time to jump into the draft here. All right, at the 2nd overall pick, I'm going to go Darian Rooks, quarterback out of Oregon, pocket passer, 6'4", 231, A- throw power, B+ short accuracy, and B+ throw on the run. I need a quarterback. I'm hoping he's got good development, superstar development, 78 overall, very good pick. For this pick, I'm going to go cornerback. His last name's Youngblood. That's a pretty badass name. 6'2", 197. I like the size at corner. I like tall corners, so 6'2". He's got A- press, B+ zone, and B- man coverage. So the top 3 skills are very good. Quick development, 78 overall. Good player. With my next pick, I'm picking Dylan Hackett. He's a speed rusher, so he doesn't fit my scheme, but I'm going to move him to a 3-4 outside linebacker, pass rusher. So his top 3 skills, finesse move, B+, pursuit B+, and his hit power is a B-. So good top 3 skills. Superstar development. He's going to be a very good player on this Redskins team. As with my final first-round pick, I'm going to go Southward Ward, cornerback, 6 foot, 197. His top 3 skills are very similar to Youngblood, my other cornerback I drafted. So let's take him. He's got normal development, but he's 81 overall, so he's got good overall as a rookie. The 2nd-round pick, I'm going to accept this trade from the Bengals. Just get a first-rounder next year and a 4th this year. I'm probably just going to sim that 4th rounder this year because I probably won't even get anything good. So I'm going to skip to the end of the draft, and then we will jump right into year 2 with the Redskins. Alright guys, with this trade, I traded Trent Williams away. He's 29 years old, and he's going to start going down in overall. Threw in a 1st rounder for this year's draft. I got DeCastro and Martavis Bryant from the Steelers, so I got a good wideout and a right guard that could play in my team, and I'll be moving Muhort to left tackle. As with this trade, I traded Moses, a right tackle, 75 overall, and a 3rd rounder next year for Zach Martin, a 95 overall right guard. The only bad thing is I think I got to re-sign Martin this season, so it's going to cost me a pretty penny. But, you know, he's 95 overall, and he's pretty young too. With this trade, I had to trade for my guy, Ryan Shazier. Got to bring him back for another rebuild, 86 overall. It's actually good for him just to play for Pittsburgh for 1 year, so he'll play and develop and go up in overall, because if he's a backup on my team, then he won't develop as good. So get him in year 2, and he'll be a high overall. So that's what I did. Alright guys, with this trade I traded Breland and Quan Williams, just some corners. I got 2 good rookies I drafted, so they really wouldn't be playing, and they got some pretty good trade value, so I'd rather deal them than have them really not do anything. So I also threw in a first rounder this year, projected 3rd overall, so that's quite a bit to pay, but I also got Antonio Brown. He's 99 overall. He's getting up there in age, so he's 29, but still, he's 99 overall wide receiver to add to my team. Alright guys, I picked up Jason Pierre-Paul in offseason free agency. One of my viewers said pick him up and see if he has all 5 of his fingers. So we're taking a look here, and he's wearing gloves with 5 finger slots, looks like. So this game's flawed. I'm not sure what hand it is, but let's edit him right now to a club. If we could find it. Adidas. I want just a club you crack a guy over the head with. Okay, I can't even find it. The hell with it. But anyway, if you're wondering, Jason Pierre-Paul has all of his fingers in Madden 17. Mythbusters has solved the mystery. So I'm going to trade him away because I'm paying him a lot of money and I really don't want him. With that, I traded away Jason Pierre-Paul, 87 overall, and he's 6 next year for Lane Johnson. He'll be playing right tackle on this team. So I'll show you guys my O-line as it stands right now. I'm not going to do anything else to it because it's very good. So I'll show you guys. Muhort, 85 left tackle. Zach Martin, left guard, 95. Richburg, 86 center. DeCastro, 86 right guard. And then Lane Johnson, 85 right tackle. So that offensive line's looking very nice. I traded Jamison Crowder. He'll be a number 4 wideout on this team, so I just traded him away because he's got some pretty good value. Threw in a 5th next year and got Stephon Tuitt, defensive end from the Pittsburgh Steelers. So this is the Redskins are going to be looking like for year 2. I got my superstar development quarterback. He's going to be the quarterback for the future in Washington. Ezekiel Elliott as well, superstar development. Wide receivers kind of got that Pittsburgh connection going with Antonio Brown, Martavis Bryant. Receivers are looking good. O-line's looking very good. Muhort, Martin, Richburg, DeCastro, and Lane Johnson. All my starters are at least over 85. Reed at tight end, 94 overall. Offense is looking very good. Defensively, I brought in Tuitt. Have Hankins I got last year, and Jean-Francois. So D-line's actually pretty good. Linebacking core, I'm going to be starting Hackett over Preston Smith because he's 22 years old and he's got superstar development. Got Shazier and CJ Mosley in the middle of that 3-4, and Mingo, my other outside linebacker. Safeties, I got Deion Buchanan, 90 overall, and Kyle Fuller at free safety, 85. Cornerbacks are going to be Josh Norman. I also have Youngblood, who is 78 with quick development, and South Ward, he's 81 with just a normal development, still a very good player. So that's what the squad's going to be looking like for year 1. I already see I got to sign Antonio Brown. I think I'm going to be spending a lot of money this season. So I'm going to go to the mid-season mark right now, and then we'll see who we have to re-sign. At mid-season, we're going to be spending a lot of money this season. Antonio Brown, we got to re-sign. Zach Martin, Buchanan, Martavis Bryant, Rand Shazier, Weston Richburg, Kyle Fuller, Jack Muhort, CJ Mosley, Stephon Tuitt. After, might even get Dawson Hopkins back, but really, I could care less about the kicker position. And the rest of the guys could go to free agency. So let's start at the top here. 99 overall, Antonio Brown. He's 29 years old, signed him to 5 years. Okay, he doesn't want to come back. So we'll try next week. Zach Martin, see if he wants to play here. I'm happy. Okay, Zach Martin's coming back. Buchanan, I'll give him a little bit more money because I think he usually declines. Yeah, he still didn't like it. He wants a bit more bonus, so we could do that. Martavis Bryant is coming back. Ryan Shazier, hopefully he comes back. 5.7 million. Okay, Shazier is coming back, so that's good. Weston Richburg, he always declines for some reason. Yeah, he's a bastard. I might franchise tag him or something, I don't know. Kyle Fuller, though, is he coming back? Yep, he's coming back. Jake Muhort, Jack. I keep saying Jake, but it's Jack. Is he coming back? Okay. CJ Mosley, another good middle linebacker, is coming back. Should I get Tuitt back? He's 24 years old. He's young. 3.4 million a year. That's actually pretty decent. So I'm going to go to the next week, try to keep negotiating with those guys that decline, and we'll see if you can pick them up. I was able to re-sign Buchanan for 4 more years, so he's coming back to play strong safety. Was also happy to re-sign Weston Richburg, center, 86 overall. Unfortunately, Antonio Brown, he wasn't interested. He wants to play for new teams, but I do have a chance to franchise tag him at the end of the year, so I might do that. Depends what the dollar figure is, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So let's just skip right to the end of the year. We're in the divisional round. I actually had a very good year, 12-4. So we'll see if we could win a Super Bowl this year and maybe go back-to-back next year. Our quarterback, 50,000 XP to spend, so that's pretty good. At the end of the year, we still got to figure out if we want to franchise tag Antonio Brown. I'd like to because he's 99 overall, and that's kind of few and far between in this game. So let's take a look at some stats, some year-ending stats. We won our division convincingly. The Cowboys went 8-8, so we crushed basically our competition there. Duran Brooks, 4,031 yards, 30 touchdowns, 15 interceptions as a rookie. Was only sacked 19 times, so that's very good. Rushing, Ezekiel Elliott, 1,341 yards, 6 touchdowns. Matt Jones, 630 and 11 touchdowns. Receiving, Jordan Reed, 1,034 yards, 7 touchdowns. Martavis Bryant, 827, 6 touchdowns. Antonio Brown, 983 and 4 touchdowns. And Josh Doxson, 844 and 12 touchdowns. Defensively, Ryan Shazier led my team with 126 tackles. Tackles for loss was Stephon Tuitt with 13. And quarterback sacks was Ricky Jean-Francois with 8.5. Let's see what my rookie had here. Oh my God. Hackett. Oh, I don't think I even started him. He only had 16 tackles. That's rattling. Oh well. Josh Norman also led my team with 7 quarterback interceptions. So let's jump into this ball game here and see if we can move on to the playoffs. Okay, we're underway here. We're simming. We're in the divisional against the Carolina Panthers. They are 89 overall. I think my team is ranked 88 overall. So it looks like we're probably going to walk away with this win. Our defense really held them in check. Only let up 6 points. Cam Newton, he's going to be not too happy in the press conference. Probably won't say shit like he did last year. So let's see who we play in the conference. Okay, we're underway here. We're simming in the conference. We play the Minnesota Vikings. I have them outranked. They're in 83, and my team was ranked in 88, but now they're in 90. I'm not sure how they went up in overall just in 1 week. They finished 11-5 in the year, and we were 12-4. So it looks like we're probably going to come away with the W, and we will be playing for a Super Bowl. So that's pretty exciting. This might be another video where I go back-to-back in year 2 and 3. I think I did it in my last video with the Dolphins, so that's pretty sweet. So we'll skip ahead and we'll see who we play in the Super Bowl. Alright guys, we're here in the Super Bowl. We play the 10-6 Houston Texans. They're only ranked 85 overall and we're 90 overall. So we should beat them on paper, but we'll see. Looks like I am winning right now. They're winning. Oh, I get a touchdown. Oh god, this is going to come down to the wire. I get a touchdown before the 2-minute warning. And that's going to do it. I won the Super Bowl in year 2 with Washington. So we do have a chance to go back-to-back. Usually I trade draft picks and go all out in year 3. So we're going to do that. I do have to bring back Antonio Brown. Probably have to franchise tag him. And might not be able to bring back that or trade for that much good players in year 3 because salary cap issues. Especially franchise tagging Antonio Brown. So I'm just going to watch this and see who won MVP. And then we will probably jump right into year 3 with this Redskins team. Ezekiel Elliott, MVP, my man. I love Ezekiel Elliott. He's a good player. Oh yeah. Anyway guys, this is going to do it for year 2. We won the Super Bowl, so we're going to be going for back-to-back next year. Here's my rookie quarterback. Ryan Shazier up on the podium there with Gruden. So let's jump into year 3 here. I'll try to franchise tag Antonio Brown. We'll probably pick it up there. And we'll see you guys in a second. I got here trading some guys in the free agency stage. My cap room is not very good, so I want to free up some space. So we're basically trading for draft picks next year that I could probably flip around and trade for players in year 3. So I traded my backup center for the Vikings first rounder next year. Again, I traded Mingo for salary cap issues for the Titans first rounder next year. Got another first rounder for next year, San Diego's first rounder, traded Newsome and Gaines at cornerback. I'm going to go free safety, Alan Wedderburn out of Georgia, 21 years old, pretty good top 3 skills, projected early first rounder. So he's 78 overall with a quick development, so that's a good pick. This pick, I'm going to go outside linebacker. He fits the scheme 3-4 pass rusher. Hardison out of Ole Miss, pretty good top 3 skills. Let's take a look on how he is. 81 overall, but normal development. So I'd like a better development, but still he's an 81 overall linebacker, so that's good. Take this tight end, Dario Warmack. He's projected early first rounder, and it's kind of the mid. So I'm kind of worried that he hasn't been picked yet, but his top 3 skills are very good. He's got superstar 80 or 78 overall, so it was worth the pick. With this pick, it was center Nance out of Ole Miss. Pretty good top 3 skills. He's 76 with normal development, so pretty decent. I think I'm going to pick a strong safety with my last first rounder. He's not projected to go till the 3rd round, but he skipped the combine, so I'm guessing, or hoping I guess, there'll be a storyline and he'll be a decent player. So let's take a look here. Oh no, that's not good. Year 3 now, the Browns definitely won this trade, but it says I was in the hole in the salary cap. I was negative like $5 million, so I had to do it. So I got rid of Antonio Brown, Preston Smith, and a 3rd rounder next year for Corey Coleman. He's still a pretty good wide receiver. He's a young player, and he's still in his rookie contract, and I could afford that. So, I know it sucks when you're kind of tight on money, but what can you do? So this is what the team's going to be looking like for year 3 with the Redskins. Got my quarterback, my running back of the future. Unfortunately, I had to trade Antonio Brown away because of salary cap issues. In return, I got Corey Coleman. Still, he's a young receiver, and he's got a lot of upside too. So I still like my receivers. Uhort, DeCastro, Richburg, Martin, and Lane Johnson are my offensive line, so that's very good. Reed's my tight end. Defensively, D-line's looking pretty good. Linebackers are looking good. They're very young. Secondary is looking good as well. I have a lot of holes in this team. I only have 4 wideouts, 3 corners, and I'll show you guys why. I can't even sign 1 free agent because of my salary cap. Cap space is $680K, so I can't really even do anything. But I still think this team's going to make the Super Bowl. So I'm going to sim to right to the playoffs. We'll just head right to the playoffs, and we'll see what our record is, and we'll get the playoffs underway. In the playoffs in year 3, guys, we only made the wild card barely at 9-7, so our team is definitely not as good as it was last year. I guess trading away Antonio Brown was a big thing, but they throw to their tight end a lot, and, you know, Reed's a 96, so I'm not sure really what the issue was. But we're still in the playoffs. We'll just have to take a longer route to the Super Bowl. So let's take a look at some stats before we get this underway. My quarterback, Rooks, threw for 4,264 yards, 26 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. He was sacked only 12 times, so that's a very low number. Rushing, Ezekiel Elliott, 1,302 yards, 11 touchdowns. Matt Jones had 550 and 14 touchdowns. Receiving, Corey Coleman had 868 and 6 touchdowns. Jordan Reed, 88 receptions, 1,103 yards, and 7 touchdowns. Martavis Bryant, 72 catches, 928 and 4 touchdowns. And Josh Doxson, 58 catches, 852 and 4 touchdowns. Defense, CJ Mosley led my team again with 122 tackles. Tackles for loss with Jonathan Hankins was 16. Quarterback sacks was Hardison, my rookie outside linebacker, with 5.5. And my rookie last year with superstar development, Hackett, had 4.5 quarterback sacks. Interceptions with Norman again. I think he led every year. He had 4 this year. So let's jump into this wildcard game and hopefully move on to the divisional. Alright, we're in the wildcard against Carolina. They went 10-5-1 on the year. That's better than our 9-7 performance. Oh my god, we're losing pretty bad here. They're ranked 88 overall, and we are ranked 90 overall, so a pretty even matchup. Looks like I'm making a comeback here. Oh, we're moving on. We beat Carolina another year. I think think we beat him in the conference last year, or maybe in the divisional again. I'm not too sure. Luke Kuechly is pissed off. So we're on to the divisional. Let's skip to that. In the divisional, we play the 12-4 Seattle Seahawks. But before that, I wanted to show you my team after I spent player XP. O-line is looking good. I don't think really anyone went up. Maybe Martin. I'm not too sure. Reed went up to a 96 from a 94. Ezekiel Elliott's a 90. My quarterback's a 91. Coleman 83. Martavis Bryant 90. Doxson's an 85. So receivers still good. No one really has a confidence boost because I really didn't do too good on the year, I guess. Defensive line is actually looking good. You know, Zach Kerr, he's only 72, but he's got good abilities. Pretty good player too. Linebacking core is looking good. You know, I got Hackett up to an 86, Miller, and this rookie's an 83. Shazier and Mosley in the middle, very good combo. Buchanan 92 overall strong safety, and Kyle Fuller is an 88 free safety. My corners are looking good. We got Josh Norman, and then we got the two young guys, Youngblood at an 83, and South Ward is an 85. So let's jump into this ball game here. 12-4 Seahawks. I want to see what my overall is. It was an 88 last year, I think. No, it was a 90 last year, and now it's a 92. It always does that with the first week. So we have a 3 overall advantage over the Seahawks, but you know, they're still a very good football team. So let's see if we can get this win. The ball game's underway here. Looks like we get a opening drive touchdown. We get a field goal. They get a field goal. We're gonna get another field goal. They're gonna answer with a touchdown, and we'll answer with another field goal. This is gonna be a tight one. We get a touchdown. Looks like they get a touchdown. It's gonna be close. They get a field goal. Oh no, I lost. I lost by a field goal, 34-31. We lost in the divisional to Seattle. This was a disappointing year too, you know. We dominated last playoffs and won the Super Bowl in year 2, but came up short in year 3 to go back-to-back. But we still made the playoffs. This team's still pretty good. I ran into salary cap issues, so I had to trade away Antonio Brown and stuff, which was unfortunate, but it is what it is when you're playing with the salary cap on. I think I just brought in too many good players too fast. I should have just drafted more guys and had more younger players. I think my O-line was too good. Zach Martin, stuff like that, we're getting paid too much. But, you know, it is what it is. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. I was streaming this whole rebuild on Twitch TV. My name on Twitch is Constable Chen TV, so if you want to look me up and follow me so you know when I'm streaming Madden or any other game, you can get like a notification and stuff. That'll be pretty sweet if you want to do that. So I appreciate it, guys. Thanks again for, I think my guy Brandon D requested this one, Duskowski. He was in the chat with me last night requesting players that he wanted me to pick up, and you know, he requested for me to do the Redskins, so I only thought it was right for him to have some say into some players that I would bring in. So he told me to get like Buchanan and Fuller, switch Muhort to left tackle, stuff like that. So thanks again, Brandon, for helping me out last night. Unfortunately, my mic wasn't on, so that video had to get deleted. I had to restart it today. So that's what I did here. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. It'll help the channel grow, and we will see you in another video.